Hello, it's day 247, and I want to talk about food variety. The deeper I get into intuitive eating, the more silly I feel looking back on my past. Like the habits I was in when I was a kid were not only not sustainable, but it's really no surprise that I failed as often and as horribly as I did. Because food variety is really important to me. That's something that I'm starting to realize. And if I look back on the gallons and gallons of Slim Fast I chugged, or all of the money I wasted on diet food, like it was never going to work for me. Because drinking Slim Fast for 2 meals a day, every day, it's going to get old really quickly. And now that I've started to do intuitive eating, I'm starting to realize that getting bored of food is the first step toward getting actually physically sick for me. Like, that is my body's cue that it's time to go eat something different. It's time to go try something else. And I'm actually starting to realize that the foods that I was scared of, the foods that I binged most often when I was in my worst times, I have an upper limit to those foods, and I never believed that before. That's part of the reason why I'm really scared for people who completely dismiss intuitive eating outright. The people who say things like, that's not a viable way of living your life. You have to restrict. You have to restrict at least a little bit, because what if if you let yourself go, you're going to be 600 pounds. Those are the people who need intuitive eating more than anyone else. Because I would make myself meal plans weeks out in advance without even thinking about, maybe my taste will change by then. I would have diets where the whole point was you had 2 breakfasts you could choose from, 4 lunches, 6 dinners, and you just had to cycle through those constantly because those were the only safe meals. Nowadays, I'm starting to learn things about myself, like chocolate, something that I thought I would be able to eat without restriction forever. Like, if I were to let myself go on it, I could just eat it constantly for the rest of my life. I've discovered that like my upper limit of chocolate is about 6 squares, like 6 of those little square pieces. Like that is like upper limit, like now I'm sick of it, I'm ready to put the package away and not think about it for 2 weeks. But back when I was binging, I could have eaten whole packages of chocolate no problem. When I truly allow myself to eat the way my body wants to eat, I usually want just like 1 or 2 bites of everything. And that's something that really surprises me.